Barbecue chicken alert. I had to put that work in, Ernie.
That about wraps it up for here. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again later.
That's the 5th barbecue.
And a look at the lights of Charlotte, North Carolina, sparkling in the sky. Just stunning. There's a buzz in the air here at the Time Warner Cable Arena. We welcome you this Thursday evening as we get set for some exciting NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke.
Ready to go?
And, of course, Dwayne Wade. Boy, are they happy the way he played in his first game. Really got into it.
That trade is something that has the staff, players, and fans excited. They think it may be the piece of the puzzle necessary to get over the proverbial hurdle.
And with good reason. I mean, we're talking about one of the very best we have in our league, and you have to think he'd help any team.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. They've got Bell, and it's Baker in at the 5 spot. Capono for 3. They grab their own miss. This one for 3, and that one's good.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And the Hornets with possession here. It's a 3-point game. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
And so here's Charlotte after the basket by Milwaukee. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's the 3, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
And oh, here we go. DeRozan, nobody back. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Double team on Wade. The drive by Adams. Cannot hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Took him no time at all on that one. Bell's got his first 3 points of the game.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc. And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. You know, they're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control, and I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Steven Adams. And the ball travels out of bounds. Last touch by Kid Gilchrist. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. In second, the Hornets.
And this is a battle today between 2 teams that really dominated the offensive glass a year ago. And they also convert when they get those second-chance opportunities.
Here's Rivers after the basket by Milwaukee. Feeds it to Ajinça. Floats one, and he lays it up and in.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Milwaukee leading by 14. Now it's in it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Steve Clifford.
Coach had nothing but praise for his players, saying they played as well as I've ever seen them play. Everyone is making the right decisions, and honestly, they're playing so well, they don't even need a coach right now. That's an interesting sentiment, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. Lets the 3 fly, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Now here's Wade. coming off a stellar performance against New Orleans. No problems knocking that one down. DeRozan's got 5 points so far.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots fall. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Charlotte making a switch here. Kirilenko's checked in. Teodosic, the pass to Bell. From past the arc, and that one's good. 6 points for him.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
This is crazy. Every shot they're taking right now is finding the mark.
Literally every shot, partner. I mean, they just aren't missing. They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
And the Hornets call time here. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Milwaukee team. Here's Rivers. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. He dishes it to Wade. Wade double-teamed. There's a screen. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Rivers, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And looking at the numbers for Kirilenko, last season's performance for him. Last season put up about 10 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now. They are wreaking havoc on him with the three-point shot here.
The defense has no answer right now, even when they've gotten a hand up. It has not seemed to matter.
Now, here's Wade. Inside, Kirilenko kicks to Rivers. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
A look here at last year in the NBA, where the Hornets ranked. 2nd in second chance points. 3rd in rebounding. And they also showed up in the top 5 in getting into the passing lanes. This is a team that's elite when it comes to getting steals.
And just go revisit those numbers in terms of second chance points. That was elite, and they weren't shy about sticking their nose in there and going after the ball. And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Some changes for Charlotte. Evans comes in for Kid Gilchrist, and it's Waiters in for Dwayne Wade.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point, defensively, you have to take something away.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Teodosic. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
First personal foul.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
6 to shoot. Here's Rivers. That's tipped, and he's able to get it back. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Bill Griddenauer's checked in for Charlotte. From the top of the key, and it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
And the lead's not getting any smaller. Just an incredibly well-rounded performance here on the road.
And how good a feeling is that for this team to dominate the way they did in front of a hostile crowd? That is a satisfying feeling for the victors.
Milwaukee in total control. The tray, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
The defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Now, here's Ridnour. Passes to Ajinça. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Hornets. Kevin Seraphin. Raul Neto.
Milwaukee with the ball. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, and in that game, we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up, a lot of unforced turnovers.
And that did make things relatively easy for him. You know, it's nice to get a win and not have to work too hard for it.
And so here's Charlotte after the basket by Milwaukee. Shot clock at 3, out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Unloads, and again it's Milwaukee converting.
That's his fourth straight make right out the chute. He's setting a pretty high standard for himself here.
Just like you draw it up before you come out.
Adams, he's checked in for Kevin Seraphin.
Hornets returning. Steven
Takes the 3, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. And the Hornets making a change here. Turkoglu's checked in. On defense, Milwaukee. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
out of bounds. Milwaukee ball.
Milwaukee in total control. From the wing. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
To the paint. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Milwaukee.
This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. Number 1, Steve Nash.
You know, to me, everything about free throws is about routine and consistency. How you set up. What is your pre-shot routine? Where you look. How you follow through. I mean, whatever he did last year, he did it better than anybody else because he led the league in that category.
Steven Adams.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it played.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
Charlotte no good that time either.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
Which is the main reason, partner, they're sitting on this big lead. Awesome shooting so far. He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
The Hornets shooting in the early going here. Pretty dreadful, 22%. Pass to Waiters. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
No clue. Where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Wade, he's checked in for Charlotte.
Returning. Dwayne.
1:49 left to play in the first. Here's Teodosic, and another basket for Milwaukee.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
got a piece of it. Pass to Adams. Shot to stop the run. Not going to fall. Starting off slow, he misses his first three from the floor. Good.
2 points.
11 points in the game.
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
And the defense hasn't been able to do anything to stop him. And when that's the case, just keep feeding the hot hand.
Milwaukee, another fast break opportunity here.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
55 seconds left in the first quarter. Wade outside. Shot clock at 5. Baseline jumper, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
In for your Hornets, Luke Ridnour. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
He tried to shoehorn along the sideline, but he stepped out of bounds. Pretty good defense there to force the turnover.
Three-pointer, Bell, and another. Three for Milwaukee.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Here's Adams. Charlotte no good that time either. And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Milwaukee on top, just dominating this one. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children back.
So, like, the youngest over there has to do everything, like.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, got him outside of himself and toughened him up a little bit. No question about that. Wow, 18? That's mind-boggling.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got Scott. Ilyasova out there with Splitter, and it's Baker in at the point guard position. Here's Scott. And another basket for Milwaukee.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Wade double teamed. Back to Kirilenko. Now the dish to Wade. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get a hand on it. Now Splitter. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
Launches the three, and another three for Milwaukee.
Well,